Well, the woke mob's grabbing their pitchforks again. They're having another meltdown over Sydney Sweeney's American Eagle Great Genes ad after spinning it into some bizarre eugenics conspiracy. A liberal outlet looked into her voter registration and discovered she's a Republican in Florida. Luckily, the biggest Republican in the land is stepping in to back her up. Watch.
After Sydney Sweeney, it came out this weekend that she was a registered Republican. Any thoughts on that?
That who was?
Sydney Sweeney. She's like a very hot actress right now.
She's a registered Republican?
Yes.
Oh, now I love her ad. Is that right? Is Sydney Sweeney? You'd be surprised at how many people are Republicans. That's what I wouldn't have known, but I'm glad you told me that. If Sydney Sweeney is a registered Republican, I think her ad is fantastic.
And now the libs are really going to lose it after video emerged of Sydney Sweeney packing heat at Terran Tactical, showing off her serious gun skills. Joey, I'm going to start with you, the expert on
don't you just love that look of joy on her face as she's reholstering her gun? So that place, Terran Tactical, is really kind of, it's legendary. That's where Keanu Reeves trained for all the John Wick movies. Jennifer Garner's trained there, Chris Hemsworth, Michael B. Jordan. So that's really cool to see her doing
That's where my Glock is from.
Is it
my
really?
Copperhead Glock 34 is from Terran Tactical, and it is an honor to own one of their firearms.
Mine
Yeah.
too. I bet.
Nice.
I bet. I think a Glock is a gun.
Got
So
that.
the reason why I point that out is I get texts from friends that are on shows, actively in Hollywood right now, and they'll send me a picture of me on the TV in the green room. But they would never post that on social media. They would never tell someone, hey, I watched Fox News or I voted for President Trump. I think that tide is starting to turn. I think it started to turn in this election. Not just celebrities, but culture not demonizing people that are on the right. And I think that really scares Democrats absolutely to death. And they look for every opportunity to attack and say, don't you remember that Trump is evil? Don't you remember that the right is evil? And the latest iteration of that is to take an actress that is, for whatever reason, it may be how she looks, it may be her acting skills, one of the, like the reporter said, hottest actors, one of the most sought after right now, and to take her and villainize her because she did an ad campaign, something very similar to what Beyonce did for Levi not long ago. Man, you just talk about no cards to play. It really looks pathetic.
And maybe with this tide turning, Dana, American Eagle doubled down, right? There was no general counsel written apology. They said, yeah, actually, it's about genes. This is great.
I admire the company for not saying anything until last week when they said something very little. But Sydney Sweeney hasn't said anything either. I also believe that, good for her for registering however she wanted to. I also believe in the secret ballot. It is a public record, so people could go, and if you want to go and look at all the Hollywood actors, I guess we could do that. But I respect her privacy. I also respect her very hard work because, yes, she is beautiful, gorgeous. She's got all of those things going for her. She also works very, very hard. And the difference between what American Eagle did, one, it's time. Right? Now the DEI has been washed out. President Trump has come on board, and people are like, thank goodness we don't have to talk about that anymore. The difference with the Dylan Mulvaney flap was that it was a part of the company ethos. And if you remember, when you got a look at the corporate equality index that they were doing, and also the human rights campaign, basically demanding that the corporate America turn over a new leaf and ruin their brands, and they're still paying for that. And American Eagle, I don't think it's that weird to have an American woman advertising American jeans. And like you said, when somebody pointed out to me that Beyonce did the same thing, I'm like, oh, okay. I just saw it over there on Times Square. Beyonce's in the Times Square billboards everywhere in jeans.
And,
and it's been straight white men that are the devil for so long. I'm cool with it being blonde-headed white women. Let them take the mantle for a while. Let them be the villains.
I'll help you, Dana. So, Jesse, to all of this point, right, the doxing's not working. Cancel culture is not working anymore. It seems like the libs are sort of pulling out the same tired play, but no one's apologizing, no one's backing down. Everyone's proud to be a Republican right now. It's not going to work at all.
I don't see it working. They've called a blonde-haired, blue-eyed actress a Nazi for a week. And this is a Madison Avenue campaign thing that they've done since the 80s, the play on words with jeans. They've done it with brown-eyed girls, blacks, and blondes. And so Trump, who is in the culture, because he watches TV all the time, seizes on this, champions this great American clothing company, and the Democrats lose another culture war battle. They are winless in the culture war over the last couple years. They're like, Dana, the Cleveland Browns
Oh, they're the
of
worst.
politics. And so my question is, why are Democrats so obsessed with Nazis? Everything is Nazis. So when I hear someone has good genes, I think hot parents. I don't think Hitler. They think Hitler all the time. And the CEO is Jewish. He's not thinking Hitler. He's thinking sex sells because he's smart. And the stock's up 20%. Now, every girl wants to look like her, and every guy wants to look at her. And the Democrats think, wait a second, why don't we call her a Nazi and boycott the company? They spent $20 million on how to get men back. Just stop doing that. Whatever you're doing, just stop doing it. And you know how this ends? She's going to marry Barron. And it's going to create the greatest political dynasty in American history.
Oh, my gosh. Jessica, do you think hot parents also?
Definitely. Really hot parents. I find Sydney Sweeney incredibly attractive. And she's a classic Americana, right? Blonde, blue-eyed. If that's what floats your boat, and it floats a lot of boats, then I'm all for it. But I do think that trying to pin this on the Democratic Party writ large is not borne out by the conversations that are being had. There are no elected representatives that are posting TikToks about the eugenicist movement from within the American Eagle headquarters. There are influencers or people with, with social media accounts that are talking about it, but this has not been a celebrity cause in the same way that the Dylan Mulvaney conversation was.
Lizzo weighed in. Lizzo weighed in.
She's not elected to anything.
But a celebrity. She's the celebrity.
What
about,
but you're
like, the
saying the
lid?
Democrats, this is not going to work. For the midterms, if you try to pin the Sydney Sweeney campaign on us, it will not work. So you're going to have to.
Sweeney is campaigning for Republicans.
I don't know if that's true.
You just haven't heard yet.
The number one predictor of what your politics are is what your family is. We know that she comes from a conservative family. This wasn't surprising to me at all. And I think you should enjoy her content if you want to. I enjoy most of it.
Jesse, does it intimidate you that she can work on cars?
A little bit.
Does it intimidate me? No. Does it impress me? Yes. And she shoots a gun better than tampon. You see that?
He's saying
He means
tampon
Tim. Yes, everyone. All right,
Use his full name.
Up next, a Democrat catfight is brewing. Team Biden is threatening to drop some dirt on Kamala.
Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.